All right, guys, so I wanted to start off with showing you guys another unique shoulder warm-up or exercise. I used it more as an exercise versus priming today. Now, I didn't get any video of my usual warm-up, but as you guys have already seen in the past, just normal band pull aparts, sets of 25 just to get the blood flowing and everything else. So then I used this exercise more as an exercise, so versus priming. So, at the end of my workout and everything else, got the mini band here, and all you got to do is step in it, okay? And what I would do is a front and then a lateral raise. So I keep my arm semi-straight, so I'm not going to like hyperextend my arm and over-exaggerate. More of like a soft walkout comfortable position like this. And then from here, I'm just going to pick up at about parallel to the ground, come back down. I'm keeping the tension in the band. I'm not going to relax it. So I keep a little bit of tension in the band, as you guys can see. I rotate over, and then I'll do a lateral, come back down, keep the tension in the band, come back over, and do a front raise. So that's one rep to each side there. Now you guys will be able to see, this is my injured side. I won't have the range of motion that I usually do to the lateral, but I'm fine with the front. So I'll do a front raise, okay, right there. I feel a little bit of fatigue, and I'll go to the side, and I'm kind of like hunched over a little bit, and I'll lift it up and come back down. What I'm really trying to do is make sure this shoulder isn't doing any kind of forward lean, and I'm in a good posture. I'm not leaning to that side. I did a little bit, but that's just because it's, well, it's just a little tight, a little uncomfortable, and everything else. But that was a really, really good exercise to work on my stabilizers. I did 20 to each side or 10 each direction, however way you want to count it. So right side was great, left side needs to work. But that's because of this pec injury here. So I didn't get to do incline as I've been doing just because I don't have the range of motion. I know I did a little bit of bench pressing on Saturday and everything, but that took me multiple sets, different exercises to at least get my chest loose. I got it worked on yesterday, and it was very tight. There was like a knot running across it, and you could feel it here, and there was one running up into my collarbone, and then, like underneath your armpit, how you can kind of put your thumb underneath the pec a little bit. Well, there was still swelling and a little bit of a bulge. Maybe not so much swelling, but, just some inflammation, I guess, just a little bit. And we got that worked out and everything, got those knots worked out, and that really got some mobility in the shoulder. And then this morning I had to put some deep blue on it, which is like icy hot, but like a very strong version of it, to help get everything flowing, get it warmed up quicker, because it was tired. When I went to get that done, it was a deep tissue. We won't say like a hardcore deep tissue. It was more like, let's get some blood in here, help this thing recover, and it was working really well. She was very impressed with the progress I've made. And I mean, it's only been a little over 2 weeks ago, and I've already got to do some kind of pressing motion. And today, with some of my exercises, you guys will see I was able to push myself moderately with some military presses. I think I worked up to 135 for 15, only did a set of 15. So I started with the bar, really light, and I progressed up doing sets of 15. I figured, just some high rep stuff. I was debating on between 15 and 20, but in my head, I was like, it's the mobility's there, positioning's there. So I was thinking, okay, I think I can work myself up to, a moderate weight, which is 135, to get some real muscle activation. And I did. My shoulders feel good. I got some good work in. I'm going to show you guys one of my favorites too. You'll see here in a little bit. It's a Turkish press. It's where you're down in one knee position, kind of like, a classic take a knee in football kind of position, we'll say, and then you're doing a one-hand press off the lead leg, so opposite of the lead leg. So if I got my left leg out front, I'm pressing my right hand. You guys will see that though, and then you switch positions. So I didn't do a whole lot of different exercises today, but I did do some key exercises to get some blood in there, but also get this muscle stretching in the right direction too, okay? And I mean, it's feeling good. It's feeling very good. Am I gonna get into big bench presses anytime soon? Probably not. I'm thinking next week I'm going to get maybe, well, I guess at the beginning of the week, but get under 135, I'm thinking, and be able to maybe get 10 to 15 reps in. That would be a huge accomplishment for me. Maybe I can use a slingshot. That's really what it's designed to do, is to be able to help get that weight moving so your shoulder or any other injured part is safe. Well, we'll see. This is all hypothetical right now. Big old maybe, but that's the direction I'm going, and I think I'll be able to get some incline in next week as well. The incline doesn't hurt as much, but I feel that I'm leaning more towards the right than anything else, so I'm probably going to go with dumbbells. Maybe I can get the barbell in there. I mean, to be honest with you, the barbell bench press of any sort is like the worst thing you could do for your shoulders. I know I find that hard to believe, but it being in a fixed position like this, because naturally, like if you guys are going to throw a punch, we want to roll, you want to rotate. So anything in a neutral position is more natural for us. So I'm trying to stick in that realm, but at the same time, I'm powerlifting, so I need to get some barbell practice in. So I'm kind of mixing it all together, doing those little shoulder exercises that you guys see, just to help get things loose, mobile, primed, and able to lift safely. Okay, I know looking back, I was under the weather that day, just a little dehydrated and pushed a little too hard. Now I know better than to go off of the video. So, well, to back up, the videos were looking good, they were looking strong, but I felt off. I just felt off. Even the week before that, I felt off. Not quite as much as that day, because that day I had like a deep ache. I was rolling out, I'm stretching, and it just couldn't. It's like I couldn't loosen up. I couldn't really warm up, and the weights were just feeling so heavy. But they looked good on the video. So it's like, oh man, that's awesome. I felt like shit. I was still lifting decent weight, but then I get hurt. So now in the future, if I'm feeling that way, let's stop. Let's move on. Let's not push it too hard, especially when you're in the 85 to 95% range. I mean, we lift in here for proper form and proper technique. You hear me say that all the time. You want to lift right in order to lift heavy. So it doesn't really matter, I guess, the expertise level, because once you're at optimum or maximum effort, form is going to break down. I don't want to sit here and be negative. Everyone's like, oh my God, what do you mean your form's going to break down? It's like, well, I mean, you're pushing yourself to your maximum. You could be a professional lifter, you can be a beginner. And when you're pushing yourself maximally, you're going to break down in some shape, way, or form. And when I mean break down, I could be doing a bench press, instead of keeping my elbow there at 45, I might flare my elbow out. Okay, it could be as simple as that. It still will break down in technique and everything. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions, you guys know where to reach me. Feel free to comment below. If there's any other content you guys want to see, I'll try to get it out there. I know I'm working on the squat tutorial on levers. I hope you guys like the deadlift one. I tried to keep it short, sweet, and to the point and not talk too long. So I wanted to show you guys both that front and side view. I'll do the same thing in the squat and go over different bar positions, stances, so on and so forth. But regardless, if you guys don't already, please follow me at Paul Yeoman. Please follow the gym here at _basement gym and the hoisting channel here. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching.